What is up, my friends? The weekend has officially started and you are very welcome along to today's Anfield Agenda news roundup. Now, don't worry, we're not going to bombard you with a load of Wirtz stuff saying it's going to happen soon. You know that that's the case. But what we are going to do is keep you up to date with our pursuit of Milos Kerkez. We're going to be giving you a little bit on Diaz and Darwin Nunez and their possible impending departures from the Reds, as well as talk about Liverpool signing another goalkeeper. That and lots more to come over the next few minutes, but we will be back here tonight, 8:45 for the late night agenda. We'd love you to join our WhatsApp channel as well to keep you up to date with when we're going to be streaming all the latest news. You can find the link to that in the description of this video, but until then, let's get moving with the news. Right, a little bit to start off with on Florian Wirtz. Anfield Buzz have said Florian Wirtz to Liverpool is imminent. Really? You should have said something. Imminent. I wouldn't have ever said that like that, lads, right? If he can stay injury-free, the move could be wrapped up early next week. And the reason I say stay injury-free is because it does look like he's going to be taking part in the 3rd, 4th place playoff, which I just think is stupid, in all honesty. Why chance an injury to a player playing them against France in the Nations League 3rd, 4th place playoff? I don't know. Maybe he wants to show what he can do out there against those French players. But for me, I just don't think we should play him. And you'll find out that if you go to our Twitter account, because on there we say, surely just don't play him in this game. It feels an unnecessary risk for us. But let me know what you guys think about it. Andy Robertson has been speaking about the impending signing of Milos Kerkez and the battle that's going to commence for the starting place. And this is what he's had to say. We're not daft. It looks like as if a deal could be potentially done, but until it is done, I've not given that a second's thought. I back myself. I've got confidence in my own ability, and that drives me forward. And that deal, as Robbo said, will be done. Milos Kerkez will become a Liverpool player. There's talks of a potential delay on this one. I'm still trying to figure out exactly the reason for it, whether it's Bournemouth playing hardball, but either way, Milos Kerkez, Jeremy Frimpong and Florian Wirtz, like we've always promised, will become Liverpool players. And I think, again, it's looking clear that it will be Costas that departs in the summer. And Andy Robertson, as I've mentioned before, will be playing for his Liverpool future because he has 1 year left on his Liverpool contract. So going out there this season, battling with Milos Kerkez for the starting berth, I think it's going to bring the best out of both of them. And again, Robbo playing for his future at the club. Right, let's talk a little bit about Cody Gakpo. And Christian Falk has said this. We've heard that Gakpo could imagine signing a new contract at Liverpool, so Bayern aren't sure yet whether they're just being used as a pawn. And this is to do with the fact that Cody Gakpo's representatives have apparently been speaking with Bayern Munich as they look to bring in some attacking talent. Now, obviously, myself and my fellow Liverpool fans don't want to sell him. We did do a poll on the channel the other day where we asked if you had to lose one, Cody Gakpo, Luis Diaz, who you losing? 80% said that they would lose Luis Diaz. So there you go. This piece here finishes with saying that Bayern realise it's not an easy feat to bring a Liverpool player to Munich. So there we go. I don't think it's going to happen. I do think they are being used, if I'm being honest with you, so that Cody Gakpo and his representatives can maybe try to get Liverpool to bump the wages up a bit. I'd do the very same in his position, but I don't think we've gotten to be concerned about there for the moment. Anyway, let's talk about Darwin Nunez and hopefully Darwin Nunez sale, because Al Hilal are now pushing to sign Darwin Nunez. We know that they were initially looking for Victor Osimhen. That deal looks like it's on the brink of collapse over a lack of an agreement on personal terms. So, are they going to come in now and make a move? We believe so. They've already got sanctioning for the funding. So now let's wait and see. And I think Liverpool will be a receptive seller this time. But I'm very intrigued to see what Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes can get fee-wise for Darwin Nunez. If he does go to Al Ahly, let me know what you guys think fee-wise in the comment section. How much could we realistically expect to get for him? A little bit more now on Milos Kerkez. This one from MSI Douglas of the newspaper. He said, Liverpool move for Bournemouth Milos Kerkez will drag into next week at the earliest, with no fee yet agreed for the £45 million left-back. The Reds have been locked in talks to sign Kerkez, but hopes of concluding a swift deal for the player this week have receded. So again, it looks like the negotiations are going to rattle on. And I'm going to be honest with everybody, I'm starting to get a bit antsy about how long these negotiations are taking. I fully understand that the Wirtz deal in particular is a complicated one. A record transfer for the club, maybe for the Premier League, but still, I've seen other clubs come in and sign big players in a shorter period of time. So I am starting to get not worried about it happening, because it is going to happen. But like everybody else, it's becoming a bit tiresome, a bit wearying, a bit, well, boring, having to come on every day and give the same update. It's close, but it will happen. But again, I fully do appreciate everyone's frustrations on it, because I feel the very same. Right, according to Roger Torella, Luis Diaz doesn't want to go to Saudi Arabia. He does, however, want to go to Barcelona. He and his father have always followed Barcelona and wish to play there someday. Now, he does want to go to Barcelona, are my words, by the way, and not his. But as you can see, the links aren't going away. Barcelona seemingly want him. Luis Diaz, well, we know he's always dreamt of playing for Barcelona. He does seem quite relaxed about the situation. Liverpool not looking to extend or give him a pay bump. So what happens here? I think it could come down to if Barcelona can make the numbers add up and make a deal happen. Now, I mentioned a goalkeeper at the start of the video, and Fabrizio Romano has said that Liverpool are set to agree a deal to sign 20-year-old goalkeeper Armin Pexi from Puskás Academia. Record sale for the Hungarian club, as keeper said yes to the Liverpool project. Final details club to club, and all is done on the player side. This player will go in initially with the under-21s, but of course he will then get to train with Georgi Mamardashvili, Alisson Becker, and hopefully push him on to be one for the future. So do keep an eye on this kid. If you want to spell and do a search of the spelling, it's A-R-M-I-N and then P-E-C-S-I. Young goalkeeper coming in. Looks like the move is imminent, so we'll keep you up to date with that one. And again, I'm not going to sit here and profess that I've watched this kid play. I haven't, but we know one thing about Liverpool. They do have an eye for a goalkeeper. So, somebody said to Fabrizio Romano on X, right Fab, let's have a Wirtz, here we go today then. And he said, relax with Florian and Kerkez. Again, saying they are going to happen, but Liverpool fans starting to just get a little bit tetchy, and I get it, I understand it, I'm the same. So, Florian Wirtz speaking about the Spain-France game and competing against players of that calibre, this is what Florian had to say. It was, of course, a game with many good players on the pitch. I could have watched it for another hour. These are players who have played unbelievably well all season and who are just incredibly good at football and make many right decisions. I'm, of course, happy that I can play against players like this and compete against them. It's easy to say, but I'm somebody who always focuses on himself and tries to do his task as well as possible, and that's what I'll do in the next game against France, and hope that we can come and get out of it with a victory. We hope that he can come and make sure he stays injury-free to get out of it. So, this piece here is probably the reason you're clicking on this video, and it is that Liverpool are not giving up on signing Alexander Isak this summer. Again, I'm going to say this, Liverpool are not giving up on signing Alexander Isak this summer. That's according to Graham Bailey. They say Liverpool are awaiting the outcome of contract discussions and are ready to pounce if there's a sign that he isn't going to extend there with Newcastle. Reds assessing other options, but Isak seen as still in play. Look, I'm going to be honest, like I have all the way through this process. I don't know with the forward situation. I'm just a fan in that regard, waiting to see the same as everybody else. Arsenal are advancing in talks to sign Benjamin Sesko, and negotiations are progressing well, said Fabrizio Romano. So it looks like he's their number one target. Milos Kerkez also had interest from Manchester City and Real Madrid, said the newspaper, but always wanted to come and move to Anfield. And finally, Matt Law said, exclusive confirmation expected to come that Ange Postecoglou has been sacked by Tottenham Hotspur. So there we go. It looks like Ange has been sacked, and there was talk that they were going to look at Thomas Frank as a potential replacement. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for me for now. But again, tonight, 8:45 for the late night agenda. The last one until Sunday, because I am taking tomorrow night off live streaming. So I hope to see you. We'll have a bit of fun tonight. We'll kick off your weekend. And as always, thank you so much for your time and, of course, your patience as we all await the outcome of the Florian Wirtz transfer that we so much want. I will talk to you guys later on. Until then, have a good weekend. Much love. Bye-bye.